Why do you got to do this to me, Stacey? Like, you got to put this question in. Like, I know he's an insider, and we appreciate it, Matt. But like, do I need like the Rangers lose 6-5 to the worst team in hockey to the Sharks? We're recording this after the game, and now I got to hear Bryce Harper comments to the. I can't.
You are Locked On Yankees, your daily New York Yankees podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome to Locked On Yankees, which is part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Thank you for making us your first listen every day. I'm Stacey Gotsulias. I'm joined by my co-host, Brian McKeon. We've been hosting the show now for 2 seasons. Brian, why didn't you tell me that I spoonerized Jazz Chisholm's name on yesterday's show? How dare you?
Because it was funny. And for the benefit of me and the 10,000 plus subscribers to our show, I wanted everyone to get a good laugh. We could use it being Yankee fans now.
Yeah, at my expense. All right. You guys got a free laugh. Now I'm going to be careful with everyone's name from now on.
Better be.
Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can bet just $5. And if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. Download the app today. Coming up on today's show, it's Fan Mail Friday, and we got a ton of questions and comments. You guys are doing amazingly well for the offseason. Like, thank you for this. We appreciate it. And at the very end of the show, we'll quickly do a World Series prediction from both of us. But first, we're starting off with Fan Mail Friday. We do this every week in case this is your first time listening or watching us. We have an Insiders Club. The link is in the description for that. They get top priority every week. And every week for the past 3 seasons now, we start with Betty. And this is what Betty says. Off-season is hard until things start happening. And you said any question is fine, silly or not. So, cake, pie, or ice cream, and what flavor do you share, or is it hands off?
You know, it's funny, Stacey. I am perpetually not a sweets guy. Since I was little. People take offense for some reason when you go to an occasion and you don't eat like their cake if it's their birthday or something. A wedding, I'll eat the cake because I feel like that's like bad luck if you don't. But otherwise, I just never eat cake at like a birthday party. I'm like, I don't eat cake. And I feel comfortable saying that because I've never eaten cake. Like I just don't eat it at all. So I just say no at everything I go to. I am a glutton for pumpkin pie though. That is about the only sweet that I will divulge into. Pumpkin pie, I could eat a pie of and not care.
Yeah. I like cake. I like pie. I like ice cream. I like it all. I'm not one of those people who has to have it all the time, but if it's in front of me, I'll eat it. There was one time
there, but not like when you're in a depressed mood, sitting in bed with a pint of ice cream is a pretty solid move. But like, I'm never going to the store and buying ice cream for a Friday night. This is never going to happen. By
the way, Ben & Jerry's, not sponsored. Can you please bring back cheesecake brownie? Please bring it back. That was my favorite flavor. I loved it so much. But one time I was working at a place about 12, 13 years ago, and a girl was selling pies for her kid's school. Like her kid was selling. So I got 2 pies for the house, one for me and one for the rest of my family. And I ate an entire chocolate cream pie by myself in about 3 days.
Impressive. That's impressive. I can eat a whole pumpkin pie by myself. I'm good for the good cannoli here and there too, by the way. Cannoli is, yeah.
Oh, and one more quick question. For my 18th birthday, one of my best friends worked at a bakery in Nyack, New York.
Okay.
And I love cheesecake.
Yeah, and cheesecake I like too. That's a good one.
She did a solid for me. She got me a mocha cheesecake for my birthday cake that everyone shared, and then she got me one just for me.
Yeah.
And I kept that in my refrigerator for me by myself. It took me about a week to get through it, but
I forgot cheesecake for a second. How dare me? Cheesecake, either chocolate cheesecake or cheesecake with like strawberry sauce on top with yeah, like that. I would hurt a small animal to get my hands on some cheesecake like that.
Yeah. I agree.
David F. As we move into the offseason and see the Blue Jays heading to the World Series, do you think the emergence directly affects the Yankees' offseason approach?
No, because the Blue Jays have been threatening to emerge for the last 5 seasons. I think if the Blue Jays repeat it and they start to become like the Rays were a few years back, and then the Yankees tried to emulate the Rays, and that was backfired. Like, hi Davey Garcia, J-Hap, because that was like a Rays move. I think not just this one season. I think it would take a couple seasons for the Yankees to think, oh, maybe we should emulate what the Blue Jays do, but not really.
The Blue Jays have been at it with this core for a couple of years now.
Right. So like I said, they've been threatening this since like 2021, really.
And
like,
the Yankees shouldn't let this affect them, by the way. Like,
no.
They'd be a bad organization if they did.
Right. Okay, so I'd like to apologize to the following insider, Chris F. He had a question last week. I made a graphic for it. I forgot to put it into the show. So I apologize to him already privately. I'm going to apologize to him in front of everyone, because sometimes I overlook things. Sometimes things get missed. So I'm apologizing again, Chris. My bad. But here's Chris's question for this week. Hey guys, hope you had a great week. My question is, with the return of Cole, hopefully in May next year, along with Fried, Rodon, Schlittler, and Heel/Clark Schmidt at some point, do we have possibly the best or one of the best rotations in the game for the 2026 season? Keep the fire going and love the pod.
I would say, this all is contingent on health, and I know that he means that in this question. I still think the Dodgers rotation is better.
Yeah.
I don't think they're better than the Dodgers rotation.
Right.
Other than that,
maybe one of the best in the AL if they're all healthy.
I struggle to give you a better one.
Yeah.
Like, I love the Red Sox rotation, but it's not better than the Yankees one right now. It's just not. I actually can't think of a better rotation in the American League. Matt V says, are you guys buying into these Harper trade rumors? Why do you got to do this to me, Stacey? Like, you got to put this question in. Like, I know he's an insider, and we appreciate it, Matt, but like, do I need, like, the Rangers lose 6-5 to the worst team in hockey, to the Sharks. We're recording this after the game, and now I got to hear Bryce Harper comments to the, I can't. I'll start over. Are you guys buying into these Harper trade rumors? What would that trade look like? They need pitching and a catcher. How about Wells and Heel or Warren, then move Rice back to catcher?
I'm not buying into the Harper trade rumors. I think
why would the Phillies do it?
Yeah.
Like, that's, you got to think of these trades as, like, it's got to work for both parties. Why would the Phillies move their franchise icon who's getting paid under $30 million a year? Like, why would you move that guy?
Right.
Some of these trade, I just.
That's who put that out? Was it Joel Sherman?
Yeah, and he didn't even put it out as like the Phillies are shopping Harper. He put it out as like the Phillies wouldn't mind trading him if the right package were there. Is basically the way he said it. Which, like, yeah,
every team theory has a guy like that.
That theory kind of holds. Like, I don't think the Yankees are shopping Stanton, but if the Sacramento A's came along and were like, hey, we'll take all of Stanton's contract for, nothing, I think the Yankees would probably consider it. So, like, yeah, the Phillies might consider it if you take the last 7 years of Harper's deal, because he's probably going to decline in the next 2 or 3 years. But the Yankees, why would the Yankees be interested then?
Right.
There's too much to this.
Right.
No, I don't think they're getting Harper at all.
Okay, next question from Malachi. Who would you like to win the World Series, and in how many games? And how much do you think it would be to get Tucker, Grisham, and Bellinger? Is it possible?
Wow, Malachi, you must have an extensive Christmas list every year or holiday list, because I can't imagine. I would like the Dodgers to win. I don't hate the Dodgers like most people now do. I think everyone's just jealous of them. That's my theory on the Dodgers. I think everybody is just jealous because they run their franchise the way that everybody else wishes that their team would run their franchise. So I'm rooting for the Dodgers. I don't think they're getting all three. I think they're going to get one of those guys. When it comes to Tucker, Grisham, and Bellinger. I would say this, Malachi. The more and more the offseason goes on, the more and more I want Kyle Tucker. And I think it's going to cost over $400 million. The more and more I think about it from a Yankee perspective, I think they are going to get Trent Grisham.
Interesting. I still don't know who. I keep going back and forth on who I want to win the World Series, because there's still that part of me. I really don't want the Dodgers to go back to back. I don't.
This is a rock and a hard place for you.
Yes, it really is. But then there's the other part of me where I would like for Mattingly to win a ring as a coach, but I also don't want Springer or Vlad Jr. to win one. So I'm rooting for the asteroid, but a small one. that won't affect us here in New York if it hits Toronto.
A small one that will hit somewhere between Toronto and Buffalo and affect both cities. Interesting.
Yes. Although I have friends in that area, so now maybe not, because I don't want anything to happen to like St. Catharines or Niagara Falls.
If the asteroid had to land in Niagara Falls or Hollywood Boulevard, what are we choosing?
California has enough issues. You know?
So we're going Toronto.
Yeah. Maybe somewhere in Lake Ontario.
Interesting.
Oh no, that might cause a tsunami. See, there's no winning answer here.
Yeah,
there's no
this
winning
World
answer.
Series stinks.
Yes.
Eric S., the last question of the first segment, says, if the Yankees trade Jazz, who replaces him? I think that is too much uncertainty in the middle of the infield with Volpe out, and who knows how he bounces back. Yeah, I don't think they have that replacement thought of yet. I think they would try to piece that together in the Jazz trade. But, there are middle infielders out there. You've heard the Hassan Kim rumors out there. There are guys out there they can try and go get. I don't think a lot of these answers are made yet by the Yankees, though. I think they have these rough ideas they're bringing to the drawing board, but I don't think that what happens afterwards, I don't think the after effects are not really thought of yet. So it's all in the early stages.
Right. All right. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button on our videos, hit the notifications so you know when our videos go up. You can also listen to us on every podcasting platform available. And we have a TikTok. You can follow us there at LockedOn_Yankees. Coming up next, answering more of your Fan Mail Friday questions and reading off your comments. And this time it's from our YouTube viewers. We'll do all that next.
Let's be real. Making excuses doesn't solve anything. We've all heard them before. It's just stress. I'm tired, or it happens to be everyone sometimes. But when it comes to performance, sometimes your body just needs a little extra support. And that's where Rugiet comes in. Rugiet.com offers fast-acting doctor-prescribed treatments for ED designed to help you stop making excuses and start making moves. Rugiet makes it easy to get started. You just connect with a board-certified doctor 100% online with no awkward waiting rooms or in-person appointments. If prescribed, your treatment will ship discreetly straight to your door. The process is fast, simple, and private, and it's all handled by real doctors. It's all about confidence, connection, and getting back to the moments that matter. Visit Rugiet.com/LockedOnMLB to get 15% off your first order. That's Rugiet.com/LockedOnMLB. And don't forget to use our code LockedOnMLB so that they know that we sent you. Rugiet, stop making excuses and start making moves. Stacey, we advanced, something the Yankees didn't do, into our YouTube questions portion of Fan Mail Friday, and we started off with Griffin233. Griffin says, I hope the Subway Series has a matchup of Schlittler and McKeon. Both guys look like rising stars. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
That would be cool. Yeah, those two are really good pitchers, and they could be the future of baseball.
Yeah, I mean, both of them are just strikeout masters, too. I mean, that would be a fun matchup, for sure.
All right, our next question is from Gary A87. He says, proud insider, love the show. I know speculation runs wild this time of year, but I'm not letting myself get too excited about big moves, assuming they do what they normally do, make one or two moves, but nothing crazy like crazy huge like a Tarek Skubal or Bryce Harper. What would each of you prioritize? Bring back Belly and or Grish, since they've already proven themselves with us. Grab Kyle Tucker instead of either of those guys, and a solid bullpen arm, at least one of the Japanese stars that are freshly available. Something else entirely. Thanks for the hard work, guys.
I would they have to prioritize an outfielder.
Yes.
They've got to get one of the three that are available between Grisham, Bellinger, and Tucker. They have to get one of the three.
Yeah.
It's going to depend on how much they want to invest. But again, I don't see how you cannot justify paying Tucker that money with Judge and Cole at the ages they are is insane to me. So they have to get one of the three.
Yeah.
I would say, again, it's all going to depend on what they're going to do. A right-handed catcher for sure, bullpen arms. But again, it might wind up being a first baseman. We don't know what it's going to be, but definitely one of the three outfielders for sure.
Yeah. What do you think about the bullpen arm?
I don't think they're going to go big name. I think you're gonna find some guy that you're like, that's an interesting one. And then because Matt Blake thinks that he sees something in him with spin rate or whatever it is. that he can fix. And you know what? Honestly, I've got to trust that. And Matt Blake's given us enough evidence that he can fix guys like that. Also, too, I think there's a good point to maybe that Jake Bird could have an impact on this team next year.
I think so too. I think they'll work with him in the offseason because we forgot about him because of
I think they didn't mind sending him down to AAA because they got him for the long game.
Right.
He wasn't here for this year. He was there for years to come. They like what he has. So, I think there's a chance that he has an impact on the team next year.
Yeah.
Pat Glover, 8709. If we imagine the New York Yankees as an expansion team debuting in 2009 with no legacy, one championship and no iconic lore, how would we evaluate their future today? What would the narrative around this team look like without the weight of the history shaping our expectations?
That's interesting.
I got a good comp for you, though, from across sports when it comes to expansion teams. The Vegas Golden Knights this year are 10 years old. And from an outside perspective, how do you view the Vegas Golden Knights? Pretty damn successful franchise, right? They went to the Stanley Cup final in their first year. They won the cup 3 years ago. They've only missed the playoffs twice in their first 9 years. Like, when you look at that franchise as an expansion team, you look at them as, hey, that's a model franchise already in the state of the NHL. So that's the same thing for the Yankees, right? If you want to talk it's a 15-year stretch instead of a 10-year stretch, but you're talking about a World Series appearance, multiple ALCS appearances, a World Series championship. I don't know. They'd probably be looked at as a model franchise. Like, honestly.
Yeah, because they were basically the Dodgers before the Dodgers became the Dodgers. You know what I mean? Because the Dodgers were always making the playoffs and always doing something before they actually won something finally. And then here we are.
So I would say that, the Yankees would be viewed at really, really positively, actually. Like, they'd be a marquee team at this point, like the Vegas Golden Knights are.
Right.
So it's a very interesting theory, but it's also hard to make that point because you can't erase the history from the Yankees. Like, it's such molded into the brand that you can't do anything about it, unfortunately.
Right. All right. Sorry about this question, but we're reading it anyway. From Craig M2, just wanted to hear your thoughts on a Bryce Harper trade to the Yankees. Do they make the deal if he's available? And does he actually make this team better? Who would be a superstar they should try to acquire to pair with Judge? Thanks for keeping us entertained throughout the offseason.
They have him, Giancarlo Stanton, Gerrit Cole. They have plenty of superstars that are paired with Judge. He's not available. Like Joel Sherman started a whole bleep storm by doing this. Like, why would he be available? That basically it's the Phillies just giving up. Like, should the Yankees make Judge available?
Right.
That's what it is. He's their Aaron Judge. Like, why would they do that? Plus, they're going to lose Schwarber this offseason more than likely. Like, this question, I'm not giving Craig a hard time. I'm giving like Joel Sherman a hard time.
Right.
I'm going to try and get him on so we can like discuss this with him. Like, why would he do, like, why are we doing this?
Right.
Clarence says, with the Yankees looking to be without Cole, Rodon, and Clark to start the 2026 season, do the Yankees pursue yet another starting pitcher via free agency or trade? Or do they rely on their copious amounts of pitching prospects to see them through until those guys return?
I just like that people keep calling him Clark instead of Clark Schmidt.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't know how he got on a first name basis with everybody.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way they acquire a starting pitcher. Maybe if it's a guy off the cheap for like $3 million, like a Marcus Stroman type contract that they had, not that much money, but kind of like a guy that just comes in and just eats innings, like that kind of deal. Maybe, but you know what? That guy might be in the team already. It might be Ryan Yarbrough. They might use him for the first 5 starts of the year. Like, true. I don't think they're going to invest in an actual starter.
Yeah. They have guys who can kind of
plug the holes for a while.
Pinch pitch. No, I meant pitch in a pinch. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. No, yeah. It works.
My brain wasn't braining. Sorry. It's the end of the week. And I mean, I did spoonerize Jazz Chisholm's name on yesterday's show. So it's what happens with me sometimes. All right. Last question of the segment. Mark Carpentieri, for the World Series, I know on Tuesday's show, you guys said that Toronto might only win 1 game, but I wouldn't count them out. It was supposed to be the Yankees who had the edge in the division series, and look at how that turned out. And I believe Seattle who had the edge in the ALCS, and look at how that turned out. Should we really be underestimating the Blue Jays? No, we shouldn't, because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, Sure, don't underestimate them. I don't see how they win. The talent disparity is so big right now between these two. Like, it's not. There was a world where the Mariners or the Blue Jays won the ALCS. Like, I don't think anyone. I mean, at 2-0, everyone kind of thought it was over. But neither of us thought, oh, no one has a chance in this series.
Right.
Like, to me, the Dodgers are so. It would be a major upset if the Dodgers lost this series, I think.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right? Like, so I think it is worth sitting here saying, yeah, it would be a major disappointment if the Dodgers lost.
Right. I would agree with that. All right. Coming up, we have more Fan Mail Friday questions because you guys did a really good job this week. So we're going to get through everything next.
Personally, I have no idea what that Santa Claus guy is talking about. To me, this is the most wonderful time of the year. October. Every sport is on, and you can catch all of them on FanDuel, where they have offers that you're not going to want to miss. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick a bet, put down $5, and if it hits, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. Now, I love how FanDuel gives me so many ways to play. I can build parlays, try player props, and even follow the live lines during the games, and it makes watching football that much more exciting when you got something right on all the action. Whether you're a casual fan or you love diving into the stats, FanDuel makes the game day experience so much better. Jets, Giants, whoever you want to bet on, I'd be cautious on both. So what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com to download the FanDuel app today and get started. All right, Stacey, we close out the week with the last portion of our Fan Mail Friday questions, and we started off with Howard Rose, 6553. Hey, Stacey and Brian, love your show. Well, thank you, Howard. Keep up the good work. After your Monday show, I had a conversation with my dad, and we came into a conclusion. Maybe Japanese players prefer to play on the West Coast because of the time difference. The Japanese crowd in Japan can watch the games. Because of the timeline in LA is more friendly to Japan than the timeline in New York or the East Coast. Just so you know, I don't believe the Japanese player doesn't want to play in New York. I just think that it's maybe one of the reasons. I don't hate that theory.
Yeah. Because, it was interesting to know that when people were watching Matsui on TV, they were, the time difference was a lot from our side of the country.
Okay. So right now we're recording this at 10:52 p.m. So let's just say 11 to be safe on the East Coast in New York City, which means it's about 8 p.m. on the West Coast in LA, which is right around the time the Dodgers games would be starting. In Tokyo right now, it's just about noon tomorrow. So does it make it more friendly? I guess, right? Because it's 9 a.m. starting if the player plays for the Yankees, they'd have to be up at 9 o'clock in the morning to watch the Yankee game. Whereas if the player played for the Dodgers, they'd be watching the Dodger game at around 11 a.m. to noon.
Like so lunch break, you could watch
the first little more friendly. It's a little more friendly to watch it with a little bit. I don't hate that point.
Yeah.
I don't. Interesting.
Yeah. Next question, Casey Cotreau, 7050. What are you looking forward to this offseason the most?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question because my hockey team stinks. I don't know.
Knicks?
Yeah, the Knicks, football. Yeah, I think it's going to be a slow free agency. Like I honestly think we're headed for a really boring free agency.
You know what I'm looking forward to the most? Making soups and stews all winter.
Ooh. All right. Crock pot?
Well, the soups I'll be making on the stovetop. Like I have a corn chowder recipe I like to make. Broccoli
Dutch
cheddar.
Oven?
I do have a Dutch oven. I'm going to try and use that.
I have a purple one.
But I do have the crock pot, which I probably would do the stew in. Pulled pork I can do in the crock pot.
I'm going to use the smoker all winter.
Yeah,
that's
like
my plan.
I love that it's soup season. It's always like, okay, I joked about this with Michael Kay a couple of years ago when he was on the show. He doesn't like soup. He's never had soup. He thinks it's gross. I'm the exact opposite. One of my friends from college nicknamed me Soup, and he still calls me this 30 years later because every time he saw me, I was eating soup. I love it that much. Yes, I could have it with every meal. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Cooking in the off season.
I'm making a tomahawk steak for the first time this weekend.
Ooh.
Like the bone is like a foot long.
Mm.
I'm looking forward to that very much so. Big Georgie, 333. Hey, guys, what are your thoughts about all the teams that made the playoffs celebrating like they won the World Series? Oh, I love this question. With champagne for every round of the playoffs, especially now with the extended playoff format, I think it's becoming an overkill. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be happy or celebrating. I just think that this should be only if you win the pennant or if you win the World Series. What are your thoughts? Am I wrong or just becoming a crabby old LOL? I know before we even discuss this is one of the big things me and Stacey are on complete opposite sides of in arguments. I hate the celebrating prior. I think you should celebrate if you clinch a playoff spot, winning a pennant, and a World Series. I hate celebrating that when you clinch the playoffs, then when you clinch the division, then when you win the wild card round.
Then they shouldn't make all these rounds. Then they should take some of these rounds away. They should take some of the rounds away because you're winning something. You're winning a big series.
In no other sport do we do this, though. There's no other sport where they celebrate every round. Like, you can have a beer and enjoy the moment, but the champagne celebration... Stacey, they win the wild card round and have a champagne celebration.
I love that you're the boomer in this situation, and I'm
So do I.
Yeah.
I'll
not that I'm a boomer. I'm Gen X. Thanks. I'm a young Gen X, by the way.
I am right now. I am old man yelling at cloud, and like, don't get me wrong. I am a have a good time kind of person. I go to Vegas twice a year. Like, I am a good time guy. But like, I don't. No other sport does this exist where we celebrate every round of advancement. And in baseball, we got to have a champagne party because we clinched second place.
Well, no other sport plays like 180 games when you're done with the playoffs.
No, but they do. Like, no, I mean, there's more rounds in other sports.
Yeah, but they're not up over 150 games.
Yeah, but again, I'm okay with winning the World Series and celebrating. Even a pennant, I'm totally for. But like,
it's a long ass season. I don't begrudge them this at all. Who are they hurting doing it?
We'll never regret. They're not hurting anyone. I just think it's like it's ridiculous.
And don't watch it. Just shut it off if you see the champagne flowing.
I don't watch it.
Yeah,
I don't want to see my team celebrating winning the division. You're supposed to do that. The Yankees celebrating clinching a playoff spot. Give me a break. It's a $300 million payroll. Should there be an expectation of anything less?
Hey, the Dodgers celebrated everything.
Also ridiculous.
All right.
They're all ridiculous for it.
All right. Jesus 556. Question for you all. Why haven't you all considered doing voicemails for your show? Or is that something Locked On all around doesn't do? Let me tell you. No, let me tell you. I tried to do that one time. I had a Google Voice number for people to leave voicemails, and it was the worst mistake of my life because people were nasty. So no voicemails.
Oh, wow. I would entertain the thought.
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe now that you're hosting the show with me, it'd be better. But when I was by myself, people were really not nice.
I used to get nasty phone calls from WFAN all the time.
Yeah.
And that was like live.
Because, someone like me hosting a podcast still gives people issues in 2025, almost 2026.
Yeah. We got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Jason Custodio, 2024. Is Ohtani the GOAT? Not yet.
Yeah. Not yet, but he will be. If he stays healthy and he keeps doing what he's doing, yeah.
And on top of it, winning championships.
Yes. Yeah.
Like he's gonna have the whole package. You're not gonna be able to pull the rings argument with him. You're not gonna be able to pull he's gonna have the rings, the power, the pitching. Like, where is the flaw?
Right.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And our final question from Yukel Ann. I'm assuming that's how you say it, because that's what it's spelled like. If I said it wrong, Ann, I apologize.
I also love your profile picture. I don't know if we're putting up her profile picture.
We will, yes.
It looks like something from the Addams Family.
Because it's black and white.
You're using. Yeah, but the face too is like all like white.
Yeah,
kind of like it.
Yeah, not my white, like I am.
No, like paper white.
Yeah. Okay. Is it okay that I cheer for Mattingly to win the World Series?
Sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
My brother has an idea, actually.
Let's hear it.
He wants to get a custom-made championship shirt with Mattingly on the back of it.
Do you think? Here's a question.
And you could buy it too. You could do that. He already tried to do it.
Do you think it matters that much to Mattingly? Like, I think it does, but like at the end of the day, if you put him on like one of those lie detectors, winning one as a player would have meant more to him than bench coach, right?
Oh, I would think so, but I think this is still, this
important.
is a lot. He's been in baseball a long time,
It's interesting to me because I can't imagine a guy that spent
Actually,
he
was
still
on
wants
with
to be in the
Francesa.
sport.
He was on with Francesa. I didn't watch the clip, but he was on with him and they asked him about it. So I'm going to have to watch and see what he said.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So to end the show, our quick predictions for the World Series. What do you think? How many games? Who's winning?
Dodgers in 5. Honestly, I don't see another scenario. They're too good. They're too talented. Like I don't. It wouldn't bother me too much if the Blue Jays won, but I don't see how. I don't see the path.
All right, I'm going to be a contrarian here. I'm going to say Blue Jays in 6.
Put your money where your mouth is. Go bet on it.
Nice I don't have money to bet right now, so
it'll be a nice payout.
Yeah, it would be. So I'll say Blue Jays in 6 because I keep going against them and they keep winning. So I'm figuring at some point.
I don't hate that strategy.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But thank you guys for all of your questions, comments, and for next week, same thing. Ask us any kind of question because it's the off season. Let's go crazy. Baseball, obviously, if you have baseball questions, because we are a baseball podcast, but if we get 25 of you asking questions, they don't all have to be baseball related. If you have questions about our careers leading up to this hosting gig, if you haven't watched us previously and you want to know, hey, how did you get here? And why are you hosting the show? We will gladly tell you if you ask us.
Relationship advice. I mean, we're both single, so I don't know how much that helps, but single advice. We're experts in that.
Right. All right, well, thank you for making Locked On Yankees your first listen every day. For your second listen, find the all-new Locked On MLB Game Night every game, every night until the World Series champion is crowned. Will it be the Blue Jays? Will it be the Dodgers? We're going to find this out soon. Get local analysis on a national scale. You can find MLB Game Night on Locked On MLB on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And insiders, join me in the Discord because we'll watch along for the World Series games. However long they last, should be a fun time. So that's going to do it for this edition of Locked On Yankees. I'm Stacey Gotsulias.
And I'm Brian McKeon. We'll catch you guys on Monday.